Yad Hannah Manuelito sit on Jimmy Michelin, Glizslana Butcheschi, Todachi Dashiche, Ashihan Dashanelle. So my name's Hannah Manuelito. I'm from Granado, Arizona, and I'm a photographer. I started doing photography back in high school when I was in sophomore year, but I really started developing like my artistry, like the whole mentality of like really diving into it when I was in school at ASU. And so doing the fine arts program at ASU, I really honed in on like how I function as an artist and what kind of inspires me, which is my family and my culture. During high school, I think I was just getting familiar with the camera and like the medium because, you know, like when you're first starting out, that's like really awkward, cringy work. But I think it was when I started my first semester at ASU. I met this professor, her name's Nadia, and she was really intense. She was really like harsh, but in a good way. Like that's what I needed because I was super caught up in just taking photos that were pretty. But with that class, I really figured out and learned that there's more to than just what things are beautiful and she challenged me to like really find like a story or a meaning or something that's more than just appealing. And so that class, I kind of struggled concept-wise. Like I was still trying to grasp that, like how to make like a really good concept of like a body of work. And it wasn't until the last project, and it was like the last critique, I felt like I really accomplished something because it was a whole body of work that I wasn't really familiar with, but it was that beginning line of my culture, like getting into like how I view my culture and how I accept it. And so I think it was that point. I think it was like maybe 4 years ago. Yeah. So 4 years ago, I think, is when that turning point really happened and it clicked. And after almost 4 years of just doing continuous fine art work, and then graduating, I was just doing fashion work. And I really love that because my job, they let me have a whole, like, all creative control of the shoots and everything. But about maybe 5 to 6 months, like, that little voice in my head was like, you miss fine artwork, you miss it, like do something. And this residency, my boss actually sent me the flyer for like the advertisement, and then he's like, do you know anyone that would be interested in this? And I didn't know he like would do that. I'm really thankful for that. And I applied, and I was really nervous just because I've never done anything like this. And I was like, I hope I get it, because just thinking about it, I can create the body of work I've been wanting to create for a really long time. So the title of my project is called Asdzáán, and that means in translation, woman in Navajo. And it means more than just the word woman to me, because Asdzáán is like the grown-up woman. Because I think it was like a year ago, one of my uncles called me like Asdzáán, and I'm like, whoa, what? Like, I feel like I'm still like a teenager. I don't know why, like I'm still a kid running around. And so when he called me that, I was like, whoa, like they think of me that way, like I'm a woman. And so I feel like the word Asdzáán holds a lot of like truthfulness, genuine happiness, and just like strength. I think overall strength, because the women in my family, they have a lot of strength because they pull my family through a lot, and they get us through a lot as well. So that's why I use the word Asdzáán. My mom and my grandmothers and my aunts have always been there for me. They've never questioned who I was because I've gone through many phases as a person. Like I was in emo, like I was in that emo hardcore phase, but then they just accepted me. They're like, she's Hannah, like let her do her thing. Like she's okay, she's not harming anyone. And so no matter what I did, no matter how I dressed, no matter how I acted, they always accepted me. And they instilled in me like, okay, she's this way, but she's doing it because of this, and this is who she is, and she's still learning. Like I wasn't rejecting any of like the cultural teachings, because my mom and my family, they always taught us stuff. Like they always said, like here, like this is why this happens, or this is why you can't say things this way, or this, just like continuous teachings like that. I kept seeing my mom and my grandmother and my aunts and all the women in my family, because they just made me who I am today. I really want to be who I am today without them. I know that's probably like what everyone says, but I truly, truly believe I would not be here today without them. I think my first interest in portraits started when I saw Richard Avedon's work of his, in the American West, of like these just straight portraits of people that he would meet, like walking around the town or doing like brief interviews. And so seeing that, like those portraits, it really captured my attention, because I thought they were just so honest and so beautiful. Like the photos, like they're just so incredibly beautiful, and I wanted to try to achieve that, to where people would be able to look at my photos and feel something. And the people that were closest to me were my family, and I started taking their portraits even if they didn't want to like have their portraits taken, or like my friends, or just people that really like influenced me as a person, or someone that I just look up to. Like if I find you like super inspirational, or if you've done something to like help me out or something, I want to document that. I think it's kind of a selfish reason, like maybe a little bit, because I want to like show them like how much I appreciate them, and if it's like with my artistry, then that's what I want to do. Having this opportunity to create large body of works, and then to have like this outreach to the community and to other people, that it really opens eyes to other people that there's more than just like the stereotypical connotations towards Native Americans. For the classes that I get to teach here, I really just want to teach the youth that it's not completely wasteful to pursue like the arts. Like they shouldn't have that fear of like, I'm not gonna make it, or there's no jobs. Because when I was in school, that's what I would get like asked a lot, like, what are you gonna do with that degree? Oh, okay, are you sure? And I'm just like, okay, like look at the advertisements around you first of all. And I was like, all these artists, like they do so much. Like I'm not sure what like normal people, that they realize how much we do and how much we just want to inspire others. Like that's what I want to do. That's what I hope for, is inspire the youth and whoever I come in contact, that like it's not too late, however old you are, to pursue the arts, because I feel like there needs to be more Native artists, because I feel like there's not that many, and if there are, then they're just like doing it very quietly, but then they just keep their work to themselves. And I feel like most of the time they should be showcased, and I want to like have those people to have the confidence, and I want them to be able to have shows and just create work.
Today was great because I saw that the kids were able to finally express a part of themselves that they normally don't do. So So I saw shy kids become very active and very outgoing with themselves. They're able to be okay to be who they wanted to be in front of the camera.
I like how she expressed how she was shy at first and she had to put herself out there to get noticed for gigs and jobs, and her art was really noticed by her current boss, I believe, at the company she works for, so that gives you hope.
And I like how she's like very influenced by like Native American culture. She's very in touch. And then her showcase about Asdza, which is like women, it's like very powerful. Like you don't see a lot of Native American artists who have like the courage enough to showcase what Native American culture is about.
My name is Hope Lee. I'm from the area. My clan is Nakirina and Shlen, not Nisht Ejabashishi. I just came to visit Hannah's mural because it's so beautiful. And this, I don't know, when you come from like strong women and strong family members, like you just get so emotional because this is who we are, you know? Florals, I don't know, like florals remind us of our grandmothers because my grandmother has a really gorgeous floral skirt, and like her business cards, it's just vibrant and so attractive, and it just draws people to it. And I was lucky enough and fortunate enough that I got a sneak peek of her work, and it is beautiful. Just seeing it made me cry and tear up because it's so deep without even words can't even explain it. It's beautiful.
I try to just tell people, whoever I encounter, like just to be yourself. Like you don't have to fit the mold of other people because it's just not gonna get you anywhere. I just want to let other women, especially like Indigenous women, that it's okay to be yourself and to be confident, and that you don't have to follow what others want you to be.